This is the Marquette Golden Eagles varsity team first game, although many of these players are also on the Division III team that had an earlier victory. Your WASA Golden Eagles versus the Dallas Mavericks. We've seen this team before in Atlanta. Pretty evenly matched teams. They were able to press us and get a few turnovers and lots of offensive rebounds. We've got Mac this time around, who was not able to travel to Atlanta. So hopefully a bit more offensive rebounding. And we're about to get started. On the court, you have Kat, Lucy, Mac, Taylor, and G. Here we go. Tip goes to Dallas. G switches on defense. Oh, turnover there, but goes through the hands. So after initially good defense, the ball bounces. G gets close. Taylor and Kat on the side, Mac in the middle. Another complete lapse in defense, allowing number 2 get into the lane. Not a surprise here. Early timeout for Coach Jordan to talk it over. All right, Marquette has spotted Dallas a 6-point lead, not the start that they wanted to have. That defense should be easy to fix. Seems like it was the same mistake 3 times in a row. 3 easy points for Dallas. Good press break here again. Ball into Lucy. Lucy's tight on the corner. It's the white lines for today's game. 12 seconds left on the shot clock. Kat sees a shot that she likes. Nice and easy. A little too easy off the front of the rim. Dallas basketball. Marquette does a good job not getting picked out. Number 1 left all alone with Taylor there, but that's all right. Ball short. Offensive rebound. That's what killed us the first game, was those offensive rebounds. Ball's into Kat. Back to G. Taylor's got a pick. Lucy's got a pick. G's across court. Easy press break. G sees a shot he likes and connects with that 9-foot shot. Hyping up his team. It's 8-2. All right, so you have Sydney in. Let's see if they avoid those defensive mistakes. Looks like they've kept everybody out of the lane. Number 4 gets in. 25 slides in. He's been there a long time. No 3-second call. And a bit of a defensive breakdown on the weak side. So impressive press break again. And in their set offense, G's getting that open, about 8-foot shot. That's a shot that many players on our team can hit if they start connecting. But slow start here for Marquette. It's 10-2. Nice rotation. Taylor is over to number 1 for about a 4-foot shot. No shooter roll. Sydney's got the defensive rebound. Here comes G. Sydney is able to back pick a player. That means temporarily it's a 5-on-4. Sydney's open in the middle. G finds her. Sydney takes the shot. It's short. Lucy's got the rebound, but throws it away. Oh, defensive lapse on that backside. Too much ball watching. Not enough height over there. This is 2 rebounds in a row. Third one goes in. This is what killed us that first game. So defense continues to be a problem, but fortunately the press break does not appear to be a problem. Ball's into Sydney. There's a 3-on-2. Sydney takes a look, doesn't like what she sees. They're going to go into the set offense with plenty of time on the shot clock. Ball swings over. Not a good pass there. Turnover Marquette. So lots of first quarter jitters. G's back on defense. Lots of hands in the face. And another offensive rebound and another 2 points. Not the start Marquette wanted. Another turnover, another bucket. Lots of frustration here. Another timeout by the Marquette Golden Eagles. They look lost in this first quarter here in Milwaukee. All right, this is not the Marquette team we've been used to seeing this season. On the court now, you've got some height with Mac and Sydney both on the court. You've got G, Kat, Taylor finishing off that starting 5 for this last 5 minutes. Ball easily across half court. Back over to G. Nice seal by Kat. G's going to get in for about a 4-foot shot off the backboard. Too strong. Dallas ball. 3 people trying to backpick G. He's able to get back in on the defense. Nice play. That's exactly what Marquette needs. Number 2's been sneaking into the lane, and 2 big players in front of him is exactly what they need. Sydney goes to the middle, sees Taylor on the side. Ball is short. Dallas basketball. And another layup for Dallas, extending a huge lead. Only thing going right for Marquette is the press break. But that's not going to be good enough to beat this team. Taylor tries to sneak it over the taller number 2. Another turnover. And another layup. Dallas extends their lead 20-2. G takes about a 10-foot shot and hits. Good defensive showing here by Marquette. Nobody getting into the lane thus far. Kat gets a switch. Sydney's chasing the shooter, number 43. Nice slide over. But unfortunate not getting the defensive rebound. All right, Kat's got the basketball across half court. Solid defensive possession for Marquette. See what they can do on the offensive side. Taylor's got the basketball. 3-second call. G's got the basketball. He's got a steal with Sydney. Swings it over to Mac. Mac back over to G. Nice pick by Sydney. Oh, ball tipped off of Mac's hands. Dallas basketball. Three-point shot. Dallas firing on all cylinders. Now has a 21-point lead. After 20 points, they can no longer press. Some shocked faces in the crowd and on the bench. Not the start that Marquette was hoping for. Another turnover. So a bit of nerves here in front of the home court audience. Mac able to strip the ball away. 35 seconds left in the quarter. So that actually is a good defensive possession. That's their number 5 shooter on the court. Obviously don't want him having escaped to the lane, but better than some of the other shooters taking the shot. G's got the basketball. Swings it over to Mac. Mac's got to take that shot. Typically very good from that spot. Ball bounces around. Marquette gets back on defense. 9 seconds left. All right, that's the end of the first quarter. In a shocking turn of events after these two teams are very close in Atlanta, separated only by a few points. Dallas opens up a huge lead, 25-4. Dallas did have a game earlier. Maybe they're a little bit more warmed up, but not the start we expected from Marquette. We'll be back for the second quarter. After first quarter of play, Marquette, not the team we're usually expecting to see on the court. These two teams are close in Atlanta, a little bit slow in their home court. Hopefully they can bring it back for their home team. Yeah. All right, here comes Marquette. They've got the basketball, hopefully some good instruction over there. So they've got a better idea what they do. Long three-point just off of the back of the rim. Good-looking shot by Macri. Ball tipped around, and again goes to Dallas. Nobody picks up number 2. Another defensive collapse. Lots of ball watching instead of watching their player. Sydney and Cat hustle down to get their spots on the court. G comes underneath, slashes over to Mac. Able to bounce around. Great play by Mac getting control of the ball. A bright spot in this second quarter. Defense is back. Sydney's out on the ball. Nice switch by Sydney. Recovery by Mac, has a hand up. It's about a 12-foot shot. That's exactly what Marquette wants to force. Good defensive possession. Several players backpicked. Marquette has numbers. G slashes to the hoop. Now Sydney's in there. Ball bounces around. Max got it. And a bucket. Good transition into a set offensive play. Lots of good hands out there, so when the ball gets tapped, Marquette maintained the possession. They're back on defense. Number 52, Marquette successfully forces an outside shot, both defenses. Sydney and G working on the far side. G comes in. Ball rolls in. Shooter's touched by Gianni. A spark here by Marquette. Cut the lead to 17. You can see Sydney hustling back on defense. Ball sings across the 43. Ball rolls out of bounds. Marquette basketball. All right, timeout. We'll be back in just a minute. All right, we're back in action. Taylor Post has the ball. Sydney sneaks in. Sydney not able to connect. Nice pick and roll play. Need a little bit more focus to get that basket. Ball deep underneath, lots of big hands. Sydney's got the rebound. Nice defensive possession. Sydney can ball handle it if she needs. She calls for help. Lucy's got it. Lucy gets across half court. She's got to watch that line. Bad pass off of Sydney's chair. Dallas basketball. So turnovers are the story of this first half. And some defensive lapses. Marquette's offense finally starting to show some resemblance of the team that we know. They've done a great job breaking the press. They've neutralized some of the rebounding issues with the two taller players on the court. But they're still down by 17. Nice defense by Lucy. Max in the middle. Shot misses everything, but again, an offensive rebound and a bucket. That is very frustrating for a team to play that good a defense and just have the ball bounce into a player's hands like that for a shot that they couldn't have got without that rebound. Cat in the middle from the free throw. Does not get the shooter's touch this time. The defense, one person picked out. Lucy's picked out. She's super fast, though. She should be able to get back in. All right, Marquette's defense is set back up. About 12 seconds in the shot clock. There's a shot. Shot is off. Marquette is doing a great job when they can force that outside shot. But another offensive rebound by Dallas. The defense did switch exactly the way it was worked, but one of the number 4 or 5 shooters able to connect to extend it back to a 21-point lead with 5 minutes 20 to play in this first half. Taylor Post takes a shot off the front of the rim. Here comes Dallas. All right, Lucy and Kat able to gum everything up there.
There it is. There you go.
Another offensive rebound and or turnover and another shot. Marquette's got to hang on to the basketball when they get it. Kat with a beautiful 8-foot shot off in the corner. Nice smooth shot. We've got some good shooters here on Marquette when they have the time and the focus. 43 cuts in the middle. Kat swings over. Great help defense. Everybody's back in there. Big hands for the taller players. And with those two tall players over on that side, offensive rebound is denied. Player down on the court. It's going to be Marquette basketball. So big crowd here to watch this game here at Pewaukee High School. Standing room only to see hometown Marquette. G has the basketball, seeing if he can provide a spark for his team. Over to Kat. Kat swings it all the way over to Taylor. Taylor settles down. He's got Sydney underneath. He decides to take the shot instead and scores. Great offensive possession by Marquette. When they are executing, they can execute with the best of them. Let Ethan get too close. Ethan, an 8th grader playing on this high school varsity team. It's on the prep squad last year that was undefeated until they got to the national tournament. Good showing by that team last year, and Ethan this year showing what an 8th grader can do here on the on the varsity scale. G sneaks behind Sydney. Super flat shot. Does not connect with the rim. Looks of disbelief in the audience. Sydney's picked out. Tipped by G. And of course it goes right to a Dallas player. That's the story of this half. All right. Defensive possession going well here for Marquette. 4 seconds on the shot clock, in deep. Ball does not fall, but of course it goes to Dallas, because that's what's happening this game. All right, Kat gets a possession. It's over to G. No press allowed with a 21-point differential. G has the basketball. He's behind Kat. Taylor's got the ball. He's got a moment here. Sydney may sneak to the hoop. Oh, good defense by Dallas to pin that shut, not allowing the pick and roll. G takes a deep breath, takes a shot. 2 minutes left to go in this first half. All right, with some hard pushing, defense is back in. Ball swings all the way over to Hansen. Lucy does a good job sneaking in front of that. Shot clock's down to 10. Ball trickles out, but again, an offensive rebound. Tough to watch. Such great defense, but second chance opportunities are putting this game far out of reach for Marquette. G has the basketball, tries to sneak it into Kat. Another turnover. Dallas showing you why they are the number 3 team in the country. But Marquette's got to get its head in the basketball game. Ball over to Taylor. Taylor finds a pocket. Too strong. Sydney pokes the ball away for a moment. Not good enough. Dallas has got numbers. Another offensive rebound. A block, and the block goes right to a Dallas player. Marquette simply cannot catch a break. They've got to play defense 2 or 3 times on each possession. Another tap. Fortunate for Marquette, that ball sneaks out of bounds. So Marquette basketball with a 23-point deficit and 11 seconds on the shot. Probably going to see a Mac three-pointer here. See if Marquette can get some momentum going into halftime. So G's into Mac. Mac back to G. Either of these players can hit a three-point shot. He's stuck. 3 seconds left to play. Here's a shot. Off the side of the rim. Disappointing first half for Marquette. Certainly showing some maturity by having such a strong press break. But after 20-point deficit, press doesn't even matter. Lots of turnovers, lots to talk about at halftime. We'll be back here in Milwaukee, Wisconsin at the Big Cheese Tournament for this game between the WASA Golden Eagles and Dallas Mavericks. All right, we are back for second half action. Marquette's got to shake off their perhaps worst half of the season. But we've seen this team come back before. So we'll see if they've corrected some of the errors. Ball over to 25. Looks like Dallas is testing out some other offensive rotations. Doesn't pay off that time. Taylor Post able to deflect that pass. Bounces out of bounds. 6 seconds to go on the shot clock.
6 seconds on the shot clock.
So number 43, their ball handler is out. Ball gets poked away. They're going to have to shoot quickly. Rebound Taylor. Here comes Marquette. One player is picked out. Ball over to Cat. Back over to G. Strong defense by Dallas. Taylor and Mack working the option down here. Dips it down to Mack. Mack's tall enough to catch that. Patient enough to hit it. Some energy for Marquette. On the court, you've got Taylor and Mack together with G, Lucy, and Cat. Deep pass in the lane, not able to connect. Still plenty of time on the shot clock. Good coverage there, good swing. Oh, good touch pass, but spinning around. Gets the offensive rebound. Gets the offensive rebound again. Gets the offensive rebound again. Gets it. Ball's out of bounds. And they are calling it to stay here. So 4 offensive rebounds in a row. Oh, nice rip by Cat. Unfortunately, Dallas able to maintain possession. Still plenty of time on the shot clock. Cat taps away the pass, but loses the ball. And now number 2 is close to the rim. They're going to reset. Timeout by Dallas. So every time Marquette knocks the ball away, it lands in the hand of a Dallas player. We'll be back after the timeout. Dallas basketball under the hoop. Pass number 2, Max in front. They rethink that. Over to Ethan. Oh, nice cut by 25. Help not there quick enough. Cat sees G in the middle. Also the crashing Mac. Not sure who that pass was for, but doesn't get to either of them. Ball deep to Dallas. Easy layup. Taylor working with Mack down low. Over to G. Basket. Mack is picked out. Nice recovery by Lucy to get Mackin back into the defense. Can't let 25 take an open shot. That's 2 for him in the last 2 possessions. G swings over to Mack. Mack gets the ball tipped a little bit, so it's short. Ball too strong. Turnover Dallas. Good D, Marquette. All right, you got G in the backcourt. He sees Taylor. Taylor's got a steal from Sydney. Sees a shot he likes, nice and high, off the back of the rim. Dallas has the basketball. Sydney's picked out. Good recovery by Marquette. Sydney back in on defense. Nice shot by number 2. Catherine has the basketball. They've got 4:50 left in this third quarter. If they're going to mount a comeback, they've got to do it now. Ball's into Taylor. He's got a nice soft pocket. It collapses a bit. Sydney's got to get back out of the lane. Off the back of the rim again, and nice defensive rebound for Dallas. Dallas has the height. Lots of good rebounding. Able to hustle down. G almost able to tip that ball, but another bucket for Dallas. Oh, that shot looks smooth, but hit the backboard. Ball knocked out of Mack's hands as he's shooting. Ball stays Marquette. So it looks like Mack and Kat are going to be in the shooting positions. Lucy running the lane. Lucy probably going to switch with G to get a dive. Five seconds on the clock. 3, 2, 1. 30-second shot clock violation. Ball's going to go out of bounds to Dallas. Sydney out on 25. Cat going way out on the shooter. Really good keeping that position and keeping that person across the three-point line. Bullet pass over to 43, who's back in. 25 cuts to the lane. Cat tries to recover. Sydney's got the rebound. Marquette fortunate there. Nice seal by Lucy. G slowing down the offense. Cat sneaks behind Lucy. She likes that shot. A little bit too far. G has the rebound. I think 25 could hear G breathing down the back of his neck. Marquette showing some good character here. No signs of frustration. Playing their game. G able to connect. G pumping up his team. 2:22 to go. Nice pick and roll execution. No heads hanging low here. G swings it over to Mac. Mac wants to get a little bit closer. 12 seconds on the shot clock. G takes a shot and nails it. Good defense there by Marquette, pretending that the lane was open and then just collapsing on it. Heads up basketball. Marquette has a little bit of an advantage here. G gets in, misses the shot, but gets his own rebound. Gets to the side of the bucket he likes, off the back of the rim. Less than a minute to play in the third quarter. Dallas at all times having 5 players that can shoot. Had players in the lane a long time. No 3 seconds called. Another great offensive possession for Dallas. Marquette has 30 seconds left. G wiggles his way in, out to Mac at the 3. Swings it over to Cat. Cat sees something she likes. Ball is short. Five seconds left to play. Ball is up. Shot counts at the buzzer as if it couldn't get any worse for Marquette. They are down by 33 points headed into the fourth quarter. All right, here we are for the fourth quarter of your Marquette Golden Eagles versus the Dallas Mavericks. Disappointing showing for the first 3 quarters. We'll see what Marquette can do. Taylor's got the basketball. Sydney down low. Sydney scores. Dallas giving some of their starters some rest. You will see in the game for us, number 44, Terrence. Good to see Terrence out here at this hometown tournament. G with the steal. G sees Cat in the middle. Cat not able to connect. Sydney steals the basketball. Back to G. G has a double seal with Sydney. Gets in close and scores. Marquette taking its opportunities with this second team, or team 1.5 out on the court for Dallas. Two of Dallas' starters still on there. That's a pass from one of it over to Anderson in the corner. They're going to put up a shot, but Terrence gets a hand up. Here comes Marquette. Great back pick by Cat. Still one out. Into Cat in the middle. Cat unable to connect in the lane. You can hear Gianni does not want to give up on this game, yelling to motivate his team. Lots of hands in the way. Taylor's got the rebound. Shot is up off the front of the rim, no good. Here comes Dallas. Sydney's got to get back. She does. Knocks it off of the Dallas player. Great hustle by Sydney. Marquette basketball. All right, so Dallas rotating, still has their two starters in. Getting some of their players some more practice before Nationals in March. Ball's over to Taylor. Taylor gets into a pocket. Sydney not able to sneak through on the pick and roll. Shot is short, but Taylor steals it. Back over to G. Into Sydney in the middle. Sydney nice and patient. Oh, ball bounces in, but she gets her own offensive rebound. And with those taller players out on Dallas, Sydney able to recover and score. She's got 4 points in this fourth quarter. Gianni's got the rebound. His team's down by 27 with 6:30 left to go in the game. Teams want to get this definitely under 20. I think a victory would be getting this game down into the teens. Terrence in the middle. Confident shot. Cat gets the rebound and scores. So great transition defense by Marquette, resulting in at least 6 points this quarter. Nice pick and roll action. Ball too strong. Offensive rebound, lots of hands in the way. Foul called. I think that may be the first foul of the game. Foul on Kat Redden. Ethan getting into the basketball game. Big smiles. Good hustle by Ethan to get back on defense. First free throw, no good. Mack comes in and steals that rebound up to G. Shots up by G, bounces out of bounds. G pokes the ball away. Marquette gets it back up to G. G, great spin move, finds Mack in the middle. Mack finishes. Marquette with the highlight of the game despite the score. Beautiful ball movement by Marquette. Timeout Dallas. All right, out on the court you have G, Mac, Cat, Lucy, and Ethan. Ethan up on the top of that defense, getting in everybody's way. Ball swings over to 25. Back to 52 in the middle. Cat swings over. Shot is up. Ball is short. Max got the rebound. Good defensive set by Dallas. G cuts to the lane, has a decent shot. Chair was rolling in wheelchair basketball. To the best you can, you want to stop that chair to get a clean shot. Hard to shoot when the ball is rolling. That affected the shot a little bit. Another defensive lapse there for Marquette. Team showing no signs of frustration, which is good to see that they're not too down on themselves. These kids work hard in practice, have corrected a ton since the last game. But a lot of unforced errors, maybe a little bit of nerves. Lucy's going to hustle back, try to get back on defense. Forces a tough shot. G still hustling hard, entire team pushing down court. Again, incredible character by Marquette. Cat's in the middle, lots of hands all over. They are hustling hard despite this score. Two minutes left to play. Let's see if Marquette can get this back underneath 20. They're down by 25, 59-34. Less than 2 minutes to play. Nice ball movement and chair movement by Gianni. Gets the ball up. That hopefully will be Marquette basketball. No, calls it towards Dallas. Terrence back in the game for Ethan. Both teams getting in some players that may not see playing time in close games. Still two starters in for Dallas. Minute 38 to play. Lead is 25. Marquette trying to get it back underneath 20. Ball over to 12. Defense swings over. Let's see if Ethan takes his three-point shot. He doesn't. He gets below the lane. Ball is short. Marquette has a chance to get this lead below 25 with 1:15 to play. Nice move by Mack to the hoop. He doesn't see the player behind him, though. That impacts his shot. Great play by 31 to cut to the lane, get a nice easy shot. Cat cuts to the lane. Nice move to go underneath. One defender above the other. 20 seconds left here in this game. Dallas is going to dribble the ball out. 5 seconds left to go. Marquette is going to have to forget about this game and shake it off. Incredibly talented team at Dallas, number 3 team in the country. Last weekend in Whitewater, Marquette saw the number 1 and 2 team, so some great competition, learning a ton. Incredible progression on the press break by this team this year, but that's not enough. Poor shooting performance, together with lots of turnovers and letting go those defensive rebounds, is not the winning combination that Marquette needed. But really proud of the character of this team. Tough to suffer a loss like that, but heads are held high. Team, no joking around, not taking it lightly. They'll talk about it, and we'll see you back for our weekly competition of the LWSA Hawks. Always a good game, always a close game. Marquette's got the better of them, but they're going to have to shake off this loss to be competitive in that game later this evening. We'll see you later, folks.